be fun to play double stops over now. Yeah, I think that would. How come some players solo and it sounds huge like this? But when you go to solo, it sounds a little more like this. Well, it's all double stops, and today I'll show you how to use them in your playing in just 4 steps. Step 1 being, what even are double stops? Well, double stop is simply when you stack 2 notes. Usually it's 2 notes that are 1 string apart. So say we're on the 3rd fret of the D string, we would add the 3rd fret of the G string on there too. But why do these double stops even matter? Well, they're very important for adding more variety to your playing and filling in the sound of your playing, especially if you don't have a 472-piece band. You need ways to increase the fullness of your sound as just a guitar, even if you're playing in, a 4 or 5-piece band, because there's times when you're going off and you're soloing where it will be very useful to you. Step 2 though, how can we actually find these on the guitar? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Like I was doing earlier, I got that 3rd fret on the D string and added the G string. You can think about that like being in the pentatonic scale, in our G minor pentatonic. Both those notes are in that. And beautifully, you can take the whole scale and just make double stops out of it. Literally just starting from the bottom, just stacking the notes. So we got the 3-3 on the E and the A, and then 6-5 E A. You can go up the whole scale like that. So if you have lines you're already playing in your scale that you're already soloing, you can just turn them into double stops. You can also not just stack notes out of your scale, but stack notes out of chords. So say we're playing a G minor, or G minor 7. We can take that chord and just grab the notes out of the chord and use those as double stops as well. So say I'm playing, right? I have my single notes, and I can grab from that chord and create double stops with the chord. By the way, if you've been playing guitar for a few years and you still feel stuck playing songs and just fiddling around with the basics, I'd love to help you out of that rut. Check the top link in the description to see if we're a good fit to work together. Step 3 is, how do we actually use double stops? Like, we can find them and we can fuck around with them, but we want to use them effectively, right? Well, inside of our improvising, we can selectively add them in. So we don't want to you can do whatever you want, but I prefer to not exclusively do one thing in my improvising for too long. So I like to play some single notes, play some double stops, mess around with it. So using it in your improvising, it's kind of like you want to tastefully throw it in. I would say when you're practicing it, just spam it. Like, just like go around the neck and just find double stops for a little while. But when you're actually trying to utilize it, mix it in with your regular improvising, like this. And you can also use them to create rhythms with your playing. So let's say you're playing with another guitarist that's playing the chord progression that we were looping over, as an example, which was G minor, B flat, and then C dominant. You can use these double stops to create a rhythm part over that by finding the chords and grabbing double stops of them. So you got the G here, you come up, play a little G double stop, you got the B flat, you can come up here and do a little B flat up here, and then you got the C dominant 9. So I could come up here maybe. So let me just try and grab some double stop rhythms over this loop as an example. Step 4 is going to be grooving up our double stops. This is how we can add a lot more of a vibe, a lot more of a flow into what we're playing here. What I like to do is starting by adding mutes into your double stop. So let's say you're playing a little double stop line that's like, you can think of that just in G minor pentatonic, like 3 on D, 5 on D, 3 on G. And I'm just adding the one string above on all of those. That has a little bit of a potential to have a groove in it, right? But if we add some mutes in there by just picking up our fingers and adding some scratching on the strings, getting a little more flowy with the picking hand, then it can add a lot to it. And we can also use these double stops bouncing off of chords. So let's say you're the only guitarist in a band or you're playing by yourself. These double stops are huge for filling in the sound all by yourself. Say you're playing on a G chord and you want to add some motion in there. You can bounce off of the chord and go to the double stops as much as you please, really. That one's a little harder to implement, but don't be afraid to do things that are hard and experiment with them and try and get better filling the sound in all by yourself. Outro time! Double stops are a great way to mix up your playing, but if you want real progress, personal guidance and accountability is a huge game changer. Check out this video right here to see how I help players just like you hit their goals.